Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Moving on again with the Supermoto build because that's the only thing that I can put up on the channel right now. We went ahead, we got these in the mail, put them on, along with these Power Mad. Yeah, I think that's the brand. Mirrors. The green doesn't quite match. And these greens are like a different color. So that kind of sucks. Phone mount. And what we're doing right now is I took the gas tank off and drained the fuel, and we're going to be putting this 28 liter Safari tank. And this should give us some bloody fuel mileage. We've got Zeta rubber killers. We've got a new temperature gauge rad cap. We've got bar clamps. And we've also got a phone charger. Gotta take the rubber out too, because we got those rubber killers. There we go. Take that out. Throw this entire thing away over here. With these Tusk bar clamps, I have to actually use the OEM screw, because this screw bolt is too wide for the rubber killers. Unless you wanted to drill them out, which I'm not going to bother to do, because watch as I show you just how nicely these OEM bolts actually fit in. So you see, we take this and throw it away. So here's the OEM bolt. Boom. Doesn't even move. So that is absolutely perfect. Just put this on first. Yeah. And then that makes it a little bit easier to get in. Rubber killer. And OEM bolt. It's going to be kind of a gap, but... how is this supposed to go? That's one issue. It's this brake cable holder. I wonder if I can just kind of bend that forward. Oh, it still hits it. There, that's better, I think. Gotta curl it all the way around, but just barely. You know what? That's pretty good. That is pretty good. It looks awful because it's just so huge. But if it gets you from A to B without having to fill up, man, that'd be worth it. The kit came with this bracket, and I assume this bracket is for up under here. Yeah, it kind of goes around the frame like that. And then what I think this bracket does is it spreads the wings of the tank a little bit. And I kind of stretched the tank, and it's got some give in it, so I think what this does is it just helps it to keep off of the radiators. But the manual does not whatsoever mention this, and just gives you a bunch of extra hardware that it just doesn't tell you what to do with. I'll figure out a place for these little foam pads, but... So this bracket kind of goes, if I can push that kind of out of the way, kind of goes like that. And I think they want you to kind of stretch. Now there's an assortment of washers and rubber spacers here. I think you're meant to put a rubber spacer on the back in between, and then a rubber spacer behind another washer, and then the bolt. Oh, might have to stretch that a bit. I might have to get on the other side in order to get at that one. Oh boy, that's way off. Got it. Yep. Just kind of holds it there, spreads it. So, and there we are. I am so surprised that this dash pad actually fits. That is crazy. It comes with the traditional big long tube, but that, you know, you're supposed to put down through your triple tree or something, but, or your steering stem, I mean. But obviously the DRZ, well, this one has like a cap over it, and so it's like, well, where else do you put it? So I just put this one on, and I'm just going to leave that on. Everything's mounted. This is kind of interfering, but I think, I mean, I can kind of move it to and fro, but I don't know if it'll really affect anything when I actually get a charger in there. But yeah, that is a huge tank. Look at that thing. That's just nuts. 28 liters. You can still see the rad cap in there. But it definitely needs some kind of graphics, I think. I do think the seat is slightly tilting up more than it was before. So you might not be able to get as far forward on the seat. And another thing, I'm really surprised that it does not at all interfere with the Kickstarter. That's crazy. Another thing actually I noticed about these pegs, see how there's like a couple teeth missing here? Versus this side, for instance. Now, I'm just making the excuse for China. I don't know if they actually designed it in, but that's where the Kickstarter goes all the way down and can fully extend. I at first thought that was just Chinese garbage, but it's still, I mean, they're still garbage. One is still like, you know, they're misaligned. They're kind of, this one's kind of going off and forward, but it, yeah, anyway, kind of worked out.